Ah, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. You know, I like Christmas. I like it quite a lot. But there's one thing I never really understood about Christmas. What is the meaning of Christmas? Is it the presents? Is it the food? Is it the time that you spend with your family and loved ones? Nah, that can't be it. Ugh, the age-old dilemma. Maybe the internet has the answer that I'm looking for. What the fuck does this say? I can't read this shit. What language is this? Oh well, I guess I'll never know the true meaning of Christmas. What a shame. Unless I learn a shit ton of things from video games. I learned the basics of constructing a space rocket ship thanks to Kerbal space programs. I learned that wood can make sticks thanks to Minecraft. And I know how hand-holding works thanks to these games. Although I didn't last 5 seconds, I did learn something in those 5 seconds. After my 4th attempt in multiple viruses. Video games were always there for me, even when they weren't there for me. If there's only one hope of me learning the true meaning of Christmas, that would be video games. But which games will help me learn the meaning of Christmas in this troubling time? If only there was a website that hosted free dozens of games, each spanning qualities from shit to the exceptionally shit. Oh, whoa. Whatever shall I do? Huh? What's this? A social community platform for video games, gamers, and content creators, hosting fan-run communities for over 1.6 million games? The platform is home to hundreds of thousands of creators and gamers from all corners of the world, ranging from novice gamers and indie developers to high-profile influencers and some of the most reputable studios in the industry. Jeez, what's this website called? Game Jolt. Now, that sounds like the website that I'm looking for. Oh boy, I can't wait to learn the true meaning of Christmas this year. So I did some digital dumpster diving and I tried to articulately handpick each Christmas themed game that I believe will teach me the true meaning of Christmas. I mean, hey look, I even got a whole document page filled with these games, so I didn't really have to ask this shit, okay? Anyways, these games that I chose are the ones that really tickled my fancy pickle. So I have nothing but high hopes for these games. Let's start with the first one on the list. Our first game on the list is called Losers on Christmas Eve, created by Gino Felino. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name, dude. It's a game where you have a job to spread the mythical Christmas spirit to everyone in the little town of nowhere. The main goal of the game is simply to reach everyone in the town and give them a gift. The controls of this game is actually quite easy. WASD, or the arrow keys to move around, left mouse click to interact and give gifts, right mouse click to throw the gifts to the hard to reach people, T to open or close your tablet computer, which has all the database of people who live there and who doesn't have gifts, and spacebar to jump. The town itself isn't really that big, it's actually quite small. It consists of a few houses, a few tall buildings, and a lot of forest areas, and some huge snow mountains. The people that live in this town are... Gameplay-wise, the game is very boring. It's mostly like a scavenger-like hunt game, except there's nothing hunting you down, and there's really nothing for you to hunt, other than the townspeople who doesn't have presents, I guess. Nothing can really hurt you in this game, and you don't have a timer or anything, so there's no sense of urgency on giving people these presents, so really you can take as long as you want on giving people presents. And to be completely honest, most of the time it doesn't really feel like a game, more like a simulator. And once you see the result of giving someone a present, you've seen it all. So it doesn't really have much replayability to it, like any other simulation games. And it can be very tedious trying to find the last town folks who don't have gifts. Speaking of presents, did you guys know that the answer to all the world's problems is presents? And I'm being serious when I say this, but in this game's world, all you have to do to solve a problem is just give people presents. I'll list a few examples. You see this fella over here? He just crashed his car into a tree. How sad. His car is all broken down and the tree's split open. Very sad. Now, boom! Give this man a present. Now his car is fixed and the tree is no longer split. Do you see this guy right here? Sitting on a slide by himself? Yeah, they have no friends. Now, boom! Give them a present. Not everybody wants to be their friend because they got nice stuff, dude. Not because they're an interesting person with desirable qualities. It's because the stuff they own. That's why everybody wants to be their friend. All thanks to you giving them a present. Stuck on a little island covered in ice, even though you could just walk on it. Boom! Present. Now this guy's got a bridge. Homophobia? Boom! Present. Homophobia is no more. So clearly, the message that I'm getting from this game is that the true meaning of Christmas is giving away presents to those who need it. And no matter what situation they're in, their lives will get magically better. No matter what. Uh-oh, I just entered out of bounds, and I can't find my way back. Oh well. Nothing that a few presents can't solve, right? Huh. That's weird. Usually throwing presents solves everything in this game. Maybe I gotta throw more.
1 minute later.
I don't think throwing presents is helping. These presents aren't doing anything! This can't be the true meaning of Christmas. Giving presents to those who need it is part of the Christmas spirit. Psh, what kind of moron comes up with that assumption? Couldn't be me, dude. Well, oh well, I guess we could go to the next game on the list. Our next game in the list is called Santa Claus is Coming to Get You. Wait, what? Created by R. Hill. It is another 3D free roam game, except you're being chased down by a floating head of Santa Claus who wants to eat you. Yes, the pinnacle of video game enemies of all time. Nothing can surpass this. The mouse sensitivity in this game is terrible, so if you're wondering why I'm kind of jittery in my gameplay footage, it's because the game developer made the mouse sensitivity high, and there's no option to change it. The setting in this game is a tad bit weird. You're in the middle of nowhere in some winter wonderland-like place that has gingerbread houses, presents, a rainbow, and this weird snow maze thing. And throughout the map, there are these scattered around in randomly generated places that you can collect into your inventory system, I'm guessing, on the top left corner. So in your inventory system thing, there are two different icons on the top left corner. The first icon is for your regular cookies, tells you how much you can collect and shit, yada yada. And the second icon is for your explosive cookies. To obtain an explosive cookie, you would need to collect 5 regular cookies, and you must play a little mini game where you need to time your hits with the curses in the red line of the yellow bar, similar to like a sports game or a golf game. And if you were to fail at this little mini game, you would lose 1 cookie on the left side of this bar, and you would need to do the whole process all over again. You also have the option to throw regular cookies back to the ground, which may sound stupid and retarded, but in actuality, it's a legit strategy. You see, throwing a regular cookie towards the floating Santa head causes him to stop in place and eat it, like a fat ass, which can give you an open window of time to either run away from him or collect more cookies. The explosive cookies, on the other hand, damages him. And the more damage you do to him, the more and more like less jolly he becomes, let's say. This huge dynamic way of gameplay opens the option for you to either go for risky plays and try to stock up as many cookies as you can and craft explosive cookies to rapid fire against this floating Santa head. Or you can go for a more passive playstyle if that's not your thing. And you can throw a few cookies towards Santa so you can put more distance between you and him so you can have more time to search and craft explosive cookies later on throughout the game. It's a really simple mechanic, just being able to throw cookies. But the way the game gives you the options and choices and how you can deal with Santa can be very fun and very addictive. And the crafting bombs minigame can be very challenging, but never too hard to complete. With that being said, what happens when you kill Santa Claus? Well, after you get him in low health, he kinda freaks the fuck out, flies in the air, and fucking explodes and dies. And that's the end of the game. No cutscene, no end credits, nothing. You just get sent back to the beginning of the game. So, the true meaning of Christmas is, I'm gonna be straight honest. I had a difficult time dissecting the message of this game. On first sight, it seemed to be just a little game where you're just being chased down by a demonic floating Santa head that you can destroy with cookie bombs, and that's it. No deeper meaning than that. Man. Damn it, man. There has to be a meaning behind this game. I just gotta think. Gotta think outside of the box. Okay, let's start with the Santa head. It is so obvious that this is a representation of something. But what could it be? This Santa head was obviously modeled after by the Coca-Cola Santa Claus from one of their advertisements. Okay. Coca-Cola. What about Coca-Cola? What about them? In the game, you're being chased down by this Santa Claus. And the only way you can defend yourself from him is to craft and throw bombs at him. Okay. Clearly this is we're going somewhere with this. Bombs, Coca-Cola, blowing up shit. Eureka! Clearly, this is a social commentary about Christmas and how capitalism is evil. Oh yeah, it's so obvious. Okay. Santa Claus eating my hard-earned cookies is just like big fat CEOs eating my money, like that Boomer Comics. Okay. Oh, this is a topic that I can't just go on about. I have to make a fucking 5-hour-long video essay on this game and how it's a masterpiece, and I can already imagine the video. It's already playing inside my head. What makes a soda a soda? That is a question I ponder myself on a daily basis. But what makes a soda a soda? You know, on second thought, I think I'm just gonna move on to the next game. So the next game we have is called Hurry Santa Hurry, created by Lucas Nuri. Now before I talk about this game, I am first going to mention that this game was the creator's first ever game to ever be made, so I won't be too harsh on it, but I will give my thoughts and opinions about it. The premise of this game is basically this. You're playing as Santa Claus after coming back home from your night of distributing presents all around the world when you realize you forgot to deliver 6 of them. Your duty is to find these lost presents and save Christmas for these 6 children. Nothing more, nothing less. It's another 3D free roam game, and I swear this is one of the last 3D games in the list, and once you launch the game, you are greeted by this simple title screen. There's a play and quit option in the menu, and that's it. Once you click the play option, you are put into this weird Hollywood carpet red thing, and a huge row of bloom tinted candy canes, which makes my PC cry. So if you're wondering why I'm looking up while walking, it's because of this. Anyways, this game is very basic, and I mean very basic. Your goal is to find and collect these 6 presents scattered around the North Pole, I guess. Some of the presents may be inside of these houses, or this weird blue building, or this weird bloom white building. And no, you can't turn off bloom in the video options, because there are no video options. You have a 5-minute time limit on collecting these 6 presents, and once you do collect all the 6 missing presents, you get the good ending, I'm guessing. And if you don't, you get the bad ending. Some of these presents can be a bit tricky to look out for, but never too hidden. And plus, they are in the same locations every time you start a new game, so there are some minor bugs in this game. I managed to get myself stuck on this rooftop, but that's the only bug I found. Other than that, the stairs are kind of weird in this game. Instead of being able to walk on them, you have to jump on them for every single step. And overall, this game was pretty simple. It wasn't too hard to beat, and it was a fun little experience ultimately. And it's actually quite a fun game for a first-time developer. So, yeah. With that being said, the true meaning of Christmas is I really don't know. With the other games, I could just randomly make shit up based on very loose connections, but this game is different. And I mean that. It's almost like it doesn't have a meaning to it, nor does it need one. It's just something you can just play and relax to and enjoy. Is that what Christmas is really about? I think I'll come back to this thought at a later time. I'll just go on to the next game for now. This game is called Unlimited Christmas, made by Wifenston, I think is how you pronounce their name. It's a special Christmas episode for another game they made called Unlimited Pressure. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I misread it. It's actually called Unlimited Pleasure. Well, that's an interesting title for a game, I guess. Anyways, once you boot up the game, you're greeted by this disclaimer. Weird, but okay. Well, to be fair, it was labeled mature on GameJolt, but I wonder why. Oh, I see. I really see why this was labeled mature. So the premise of this game is that your family has a unique tradition of celebrating Christmas and New Year's Eve in Canada. At the end of each year, your family gets together, buys tickets for a tour to Canada, and travels through the country until the end of January. But this year, you'll need to skip the trip due to fears that your secrets may be revealed during the trip. You decide to spend your Christmas holidays home in solitude. However, life has other plans for you. Many good and bad surprises are waiting for you for this Christmas. Before you actually start the game creator, I'm assuming, sort of tries to gather information on your last playthrough of Unlimited Pleasure, which I didn't play, so this kind of makes no sense for me. So I just chose randomly, which I'm pretty sure wasn't the intention. At some point during your little interview with the developer, I'm guessing, they asked you what your name is. Of course, we all know my name as Mario Judah. So after randomly choosing a backstory for myself, I am then greeted by a wide range of options to select as my avatar. I chose the snowman. Afterwards, I get greeted by the most beautiful sets of 3D polygon asses in my entire life. Like, damn! This is a whole fucking bakery. And then it was revealed that I was just dreaming the entire time. Much like in real life. Anyways, Mario Judith is worried about shit, about his, I don't know, side girls finding out that they're dating the same man and shit, and he's all scared and yada yada. Who gives a fuck? So later on in the game, Mario Judith leaves his room and we get introduced to... Oh my... We get introduced to Bianca Jennifer Sexa, an actress who specializes on adult-oriented content, which Mario Judah has a strong, lovely relationship with. Then we get to meet Elena Bordstorm, Mario's Judah's former piano teacher, who has a really strong and lovely connection with as well. And then we have Kate Willard here. She is Mario Judah's best friend, who is also okay, get this. She is also a gamer girl. And Mario Judah and her are friends with benefits, if you get what I'm saying. Last but not least, we have Melissa Angelina, who is Mario Judah's nanny, per se. Anyways, let's change topics. So, Mario Judah's groupies over here, they're all best friends with each other. And you know what best friends do? Well, I don't know. I don't have friends. I'm playing this stupid porn game. What do you expect? But that's besides the point. Mario is scared that his side girls are gonna find out that he's been cheating on them with each other. And this guilt overwhelms him and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Okay, so putting aside the huge honka donka badonkers and the literal buffet of cake, the true meaning of Christmas is... don't lie. Who the fuck cares about the message of this game? We only care about the immersive plot and the immense character design. Okay, let's just go on to the next game. This whole shit has been stupid. So this game is called Teddy Bear, and it's another 3D free roam game, and I promise this is the last 3D game that I have for the night. However, this isn't just any regular 3D free roam game. It's a horror 3D free roam game. So Teddy Bear was created by Dani Oshipkov, and the music was created by Andrei Slastanov. I am so sorry. And it was published by Speakerfish on the Game Jolt page. In this game, you play as a little boy who will get a teddy bear for Christmas, and that is literally it. You have this little text box on the top right corner which tells you what you need to do. You start off in the kitchen in the middle of the night, and my god are these chairs big. Anyways, the text box says you have to go to your bed because good boys sleep with their hands out of the cover, and afterwards you get teleported into this long checkerboard hallway with a present at the end of it. And once you get close to the present, you fall straight down into a hole, and then you wake up. Afterwards, you have to use the bathroom. So after you go to the bathroom, you hear a strange noise from the basement. So like any horror protagonist, you decide to go investigate the strange noise in your basement, your dark, cold basement. And all you find is this present. You quickly realize that the present is the teddy bear you're going to receive for Christmas, so you go back to bed. Oh, so this is just me nitpicking, but the stairs are shit in this game. It's just like Hurry Santa Hurry all over again, except even worse this time. I don't even know how. It's Christmas morning and you get your teddy bear present, and you proceed to go outside. However, a black man broke into your house and disappeared out of thin air. So like any horror protagonist, you go to investigate the area the shadowy figure went, and then you find a hole in the kitchen. Like any horror protagonist, you go investigate it and approach the door. And once you touch the door, you beat the game. So, the true meaning of Christmas is... This is it. Our last game for the night. The Days After Christmas. Created by M&J Games. The games that I played before have not really taught me the real true meaning of Christmas. But this one, however, is my last chance on learning what Christmas is really about. Everything that has happened to me before has led up to this very moment of me learning what the true meaning of Christmas is really all about. That being said, let's jump right into this, folks. The game starts off with a little backstory on what's going to happen. A week after Christmas, one of your co-workers invites you to a week-late Christmas party. Upon arrival, you discover that nobody else showed up to the party, and you find yourself alone in the house. Determined to not leave empty-handed, you must search through the house to find the presents you were promised. The game has an eerie undertone to it. I really like the low-res style that it's going for. It reminds me a lot of an old Flash game called The House in a lot of ways. It's a point-and-click puzzle adventure game with elements of horror baked into it. And your little cursor is a candy cane, which is a cute design, but it really impacts the game, and I'll get into detail with that on a later note. The inventory system is a bit awkward in this game. Unlike other point-and-click adventure games, your inventory system isn't consistently on your screen, so it makes things a bit inconvenient at times. Speaking about inventory and items, let's talk about the cursor. The candy cane cursor can be a pain when selecting certain items, and it's really hard to tell which items can be selected and which cannot. Anyways, after entering the house, I try to explore around the house to see what items I can collect and use to solve puzzles. I first found a candy cane and a flashlight without batteries in the first level of the house. I tried to enter the basement, but it has 3 locks on it, so I ventured upstairs to find a bathroom towards my right, a dark bedroom towards my left, and a locked door facing forward to me. I went back downstairs as I couldn't do anything with the items I had, so I navigated to another area. I found myself in this hallway with a door missing a doorknob, and the laundry room with a phone book. Of course, I couldn't do jack shit in there either, so I tried to see if I can exit the house. Surprisingly, I could, and I discovered the garage area. In the garage area, I discovered a magnet and a screwdriver. Afterwards, I found this closed-off gated area and a plank of wood. I got stuck here for a bit of time, and then I got the brilliant idea on combining items together. So that's what I did. I combined all the items I had until I got a pair to work. I combined the plank of wood and the magnet together. I found this note in the kitchen talking about how someone dropped their keys into the toilet, so I shoved my magnet sword into the toilet and got a rusty key. So I went to the gated area outside and voila! It worked. There's a porch, a playground, and a closed-off shed near this area. I found the stool at the porch and the key on top of the swing set. I tried to use the stool for the key, but it didn't work, so I used the candy cane and it surprisingly worked. Afterwards, I went back to the house, went upstairs, and used the stool to reach the attic door, and in this attic, I found a doorknob. I went back to the door with the missing doorknob and I used it. I discovered a room with a piano, with colored circles on the keys. I left since I really couldn't do anything in there. I went upstairs and used the key that I got from the swing sets and opened the door. It was a child's bedroom which had a telescope and a broken toy. I used the screwdriver on the broken toy and collected a battery, which I then combined with the flashlight. Afterwards, I went to the pitch black room and used the flashlight. I found a key for one of the basement door's locks and a phone. I tried dialing up 911, but nobody picked up. And then I remembered there was a phone book in the laundry room, and I tried dialing up one of the numbers there. Except, I had no idea who to call. So I got stuck there for like half an hour and I had no idea who to call, so I looked up at a walkthrough and apparently I had to call a number 673-4569 for a person named Stewart. Anyways, I don't know what triggered it, but I solved the puzzle and went back to the kid's bedroom and I found this music sheet and a map for a treasure. So I played this dumb song, I got the last key for the basement and opened the door. I then found a shovel and dug the treasure from the treasure map for one of the kids' bedroom, and I found some dirty lens. Anyways, I went back to the basement, went to the room next to it, and found some bolt cutters. I used it on the closed-off shed and found a massive valve for the control panel in the basement. I then found the pictures which looks like the valves from the control panels, and so I adjusted the valves into the same position shown in this graph. Afterwards, the water started running in the bathroom and I used the dirty lens on the sink which cleans it up. So I applied the dirty lens to the telescope and found this code which I used on this safe which opens up and reveals a present. Finally, after all the efforts of backtracking, clicking, and checking every room 10 times in a row, I finally found my present. And I can finally learn the true meaning of Christmas. Once you open the safe, you are greeted by the end credits. What? After all the effort I went through, I get this? My god. Well, I might as well just read the credits since that's basically my present. Thank you for playing. You're welcome, I guess. Although it may not look like it, many long hours of work went into making this game. It took much trial and error to fix persistent bugs, but it was worth it in the end. As a team of only 2 people, all of our work was divided between the 2 of us. This includes textures, sound effects, sprites, and programming. As our first game, we sincerely thank you for playing, and we hope you enjoyed it. This was their first ever game. Now I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, M&J Games. I had no idea this was you guys' first game. Well, that goes me not reading the fucking page of Game Show, huh? You know what? I think I overreacted. I did have fun playing this game, and I regret what I said before. You know what? Although the ending of this game was pretty lame, I did enjoy solving the puzzle and the atmosphere of this game. Sure, it was bullshit at times, but I still had fun with it. And that just doesn't only apply for this game, but for the other games that I played as well. I was so fixated on this idea of learning the true meaning of Christmas in these games that I completely forgot that these games aren't trying to teach me the true meaning of Christmas. These games are just games. They're not life learning lessons all the time, and they're usually just something to do to pass the time. In this case, during the holidays, I guess. But I was so blinded by the idea of video games having the answer that I was looking for that I got it wrong. At the end of the day, all of the developers that I mentioned in this video took the time of their day and decided to make something for others to enjoy. And I think they succeeded at that. And you know what? I may have not gotten what I wanted for this Christmas. I did enjoy what they brought to the table. And with that being said, I don't think I need to learn the true meaning of Christmas. I'm pretty sure I can live my life without needing to know the true meaning of Christmas. And with that said, I think that's enough of me talking. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's, and Happy Holidays, and enjoy your vacations. Goodbye. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Dealyo, back at it again, even though I said I was gonna stop talking after like a few seconds ago. But, I lied, I still want to talk about some things before the video actually really ends. So, I want to discuss about a few things about this channel. When I first started this channel, I had nothing more, I started this with nothing more than like a shitpost mindset, you know? And I still kind of do that on a regular basis, but I also tried to experiment with different types of content that was different from my other channel, What's the Dealyo? It was such a huge jump for me. Like, these types of videos are so different from my other types of videos from my other channel that I kind of neglected since I kind of focused my attention on this channel, but that's besides the point. You know, I really didn't think I was gonna continue uploading on this channel after I finished my finale iceberg video, and I really didn't think I gotta have an audience left over since I feel like people only watch me for that type of series of videos. So I just want to give a special thanks to Boner, Monk, and I guess Ruiners to some extent for you guys watching my newer videos, and it means a lot. Even though I'm not the most active YouTuber in the world or the planet, I guess. It means a lot to you guys that you just watch my shit whenever I post, and it means a lot. And I know I keep saying that word a lot, but it's just I don't know how else to express it. I just want to thank you guys for consistently watching my videos and sticking with me for this long. You know, unlike the other 358 subscribers, or 56, or 55. I'm bad at math. Anyways, I just want to say thanks for sticking along for this, for me for this long. You know, especially after I finished making iceberg videos, I really thought people only wanted to watch me for my iceberg videos, like everybody. But it's nice to know that no matter how little my audience base is, you know, there's still some people that would watch some other things that I make, and that means a lot. Well, enough of me being a little bit gay or whatever. Other than that, I'm planning for the year 2022 to upload more consistent videos like these in the near future. I'm not gonna go with that plan because this is like my last year of high school and I need to get my shit straight together before the end of the year. Not the end of the year, before I graduate in the summer. So this is like hopeful. It's like the best case scenario, which is not gonna happen. Maybe I'm just being too pessimistic about it, but I don't know. But yeah, I think that's enough for me to say, other than thank you guys for sticking along with me for this long, you know, before you guys forget about me or lose interest in me. But that's later, and when that day comes, it'll be a very sad day for me. But other than that, I'm glad you guys stuck with me for this long. I just want to say thanks for not forgetting about me, like the other channel, like the other subscribers in this channel. Goddamn. By the way, this is all unscripted. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but if you're wondering why I'm like stumbling and stammering my sentences, it's just I'm not reading off the script. I'm just rambling on a script. So yeah. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. I mean, knowing my dumbass, I probably posted this after New Year's, but yeah. I just want to say I appreciate you guys' support, and I would have given up on this channel a long time ago after the finale of the Undertale Iceberg. And yeah, thanks.